Hi guys, hope you're well today. Thanks for checking out today's video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my makeup revolution, or should I say Tam Beauty, the brands that can be found on Tam Beauty website. I'm going to be sharing my collection with you today. That includes Makeup Revolution, I Heart Makeup, and I've also got one Freedom thing, which I think is on Tam Beauty. So I'm probably going to be saying Makeup Revolution a lot in this video, and by that I do mean the Tam Beauty brands. And I find the brands, well, I find Makeup Revolution and I Heart Makeup, the ones I've used the most, to be one of my favourite brands of all time. I just think they're really consistent and reliable across the board pretty much. There are a few things that I am not so keen on for whatever reason, and I'll point them out, but there's a lot of stuff I really love as well and I use every single day. So, this is my second filming of this video. I just filmed it and it said it was recording, but apparently it wasn't because there was absolutely no footage. So that's kind of annoying, but never mind. Hopefully this filming will be even better. What I am going to do is, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you face products such as primers, concealers, blush, highlight, that sort of thing. And then in part 2, because I can see this video being long, I'm going to be sharing with you eyeshadows and lipsticks. I'm not going to be doing swatches because that is going to be even longer, so I'll probably do a separate video on that again. But I just wanted to show you my collection. What I've also done, as well as I filmed this makeup look, luckily that's saved, that footage, and I'm going to be weaving it in through the product explanations and my opinions, so you can see the application. I did add a little bit more to it because in the last filming of the video I did add a little bit more to my face, but I will explain that when I get to it. In the last video I said I'm not going to be talking about, well, there's quite a few Makeup Revolution products, you know, by that I mean, you know, Tam Beauty, that are supposed dupes for other products, and I'm not going to be talking about that. I did mention a few in the other video because it was relevant to what I was saying, but on the whole I'm not going to be talking about that. There's other videos on that I can talk about in another video, but the reason for that is I don't have the majority of the supposed comparable products, so there's really no point me talking about it. The only thing I did talk about was the Renaissance lipsticks in my last video, which was my favourite lipsticks, and I talked a little bit about a lipstick I have that is supposed to be comparable. Well, it looks like it. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So the first thing I've got here is the I Heart Makeup No Shine Please primer, and I got this in a mystery bag. So Tam Beauty, every now and again they run this kind of deal that if you spend, I think it's like £30, oh, the sun's coming out. If you spend like £30, you get a free mystery bag that's got £25 worth of products in. So, to be fair, I don't think, I think with mystery bags, I saw it, that there was the mystery bag there, I was like, oh, I have to do it, I love all these brands and I really want to do it. And I'm really glad I did, because I did have some really great things in there, but some of the things, you know, didn't hit the mark, which is going to happen in a mystery bag. There's not going to be 100% of stuff that you love. It's quite unlikely. So this was one of them. To be fair, I don't think I've given this a completely fair chance because it says no shine please. I have very dry skin, so I kind of thought, well, it's not going to work for me really if it's designed for oily skin. But I did want to put it on today and just give it a go, see what it felt like. I can't comment on the wear yet because, I'm sorry, I'm just checking, it's still definitely recording. I can't comment on the wear yet because I've just put it on, but I can comment on the application. So let me just put a little bit of my fingers just so I'm right. So it does kind of like, it melts in to your skin quite nicely. It kind of feels quite silky. It says like, I don't mean this in like a, it kind of feels like a tiny, like, I mean it's more silky than this, but like it's a tiny bit like greasy feeling, but like once I put it into my skin, like it didn't feel like that at all. Like it just melted in, it felt fine, just like on my fingers here. When I was like spreading on, I was like, oh, it's silky, but like a tiny little bit greasy feeling. But then once it melted in, I didn't feel it at all. So that was great, and my foundation's looking good, so that's a bonus. The foundation I've used. It's not a, see, now it's kind of like melted into my fingers properly. It feels like nice and silky. So the foundation I used was the Max Factor one because I didn't have a product here from the brands, and it has sunk in nicely, and this is a foundation I like anyway, so that's good. But yeah, I do need to give this more of a go, I think, just because it says it's kind of like designed for oily skin doesn't mean it's not going to work for my skin. I mean, it's designed for oily skin, but it might still be fine. Like, for example, in my other videos I talked about the primer I've used is the Primark one, and it's like I think it's designed for combination oily skin, and I like that, so I need to give this more of a go, I think, because at the moment it's looking, my foundation's looking good. It's not, yeah, so no problems there. I am thinking maybe doing a wear test, and by that I just mean like a quick check-in at the end of the night just to say if any of my opinions have changed about any of this stuff, just giving it a go throughout the day. I'm glad I have it because that means I have 2 primers, so I've got another option if my other one runs out. So, was that all I said about that? I think it was. So there is that one. I will mention the other primer while we're here, and that is the Makeup Revolution Aqua Seal Liquid Eye Primer. And as you will see in the application, I was struggling with a little bit. I'm pretty sure that the oh no, I'm pretty sure this top bit came off. It was like drops, but I couldn't get it open, so I had to open it like this, which was a bit messy. So I put a bit of my fingers and put it on my lid. I think the thing is with this is like the only other eyeshadow primer I've used is the Too Faced Eyeshadow Insurance, and if you're familiar with that, it's a very different like consistency to this one. So I think it's just kind of, I don't know, adjusting like my thinking of the eyeshadow primer. And I put it on first. This was when I first tried it, and I think I put too much more because it was really watery. It was going everywhere. I was like, oh gosh. But I put it on today. I put a little bit on my fingers. It was fine. It kind of like it dried down, and it felt like a little bit like sticky, tacky. You know what I mean. So then I put a little bit of powder over the top, and it was fine. And I think my eyeshadow looks good. So I do need to give this one more of a go, I think. The next one I also got in the mystery bag, and that is the One Concealer by Makeup Revolution. Here is the packaging, and here is what it looks like. So the first thing I thought when I saw this was how it reminded, I know I said I was going to talk about like dupes etc here, but like it's relevant to, you know, why I was excited about it. And it reminded me of the Benefit, I want to say, oh, what's it called, like Fake Up. It kind of like, the top looks like that. It reminded me of that, so I was really excited because I really liked that one. It was quite hydrating, I thought. I don't think it had the most coverage, but it was good under my eyes. And kind of unfortunately, this is the wrong shade for me. I think I'd like to go a little bit lighter because I like it to be a bit more brightening. This is in the shade medium, and it's not like too dark that I can't wear it, but like I prefer it to be a bit brighter under my eyes. So I put this on today. I'll be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I don't know if that was because of how it worked with the primer, how it worked with the foundation. But it took a bit. I kind of tapped it in. I was like, not a huge fan. But then once it kind of settled in, it was fine. I don't think it gave the most coverage, but it was fine. You know, I don't absolutely hate it, but I don't love it either. So it's fine. I'm happy to have it in my collection. So the next concealer product I'm going to get onto is my favourite. I absolutely love it, and that is, well, you can't see on the front, it's kind of faded, but it is the Makeup Revolution Pro HD Camouflage Conceal Palette in light to medium. So I did an order on Superdrug because they also sell Makeup Revolution, I Heart Makeup, stuff like that. So I was doing an order. I wanted to get a load of their products. This was quite a long time ago now. And I thought I'd like to do some, I'd like to get into learning some cream contour. I'm not very good at contour. I still am not very good at contour. But I thought, well, maybe a cream might be easier, I don't know. So I thought I would pick it up. I thought, why not? And I didn't really look at it. It said conceal, but I thought, why not? It looks like it would be good. And anyway, I don't see the reason why not. And it got here and it was a bit too orangey to use as contour because I was thinking I'll use like these darker shades as like a contour, and they were a bit too orange. So I thought, wow, I could use it as concealer considering it is designed for that. But I thought maybe it's a bit too dark because I tend to go for like the lightest concealer and everything. But I thought, oh well, I'll give it a go. And I'm really glad I did, because in particular, there's a big mirror, sorry, ignore the fingerprints, but this lightest shade, oh, how do I do it now? Reflect, this one here I use all the time, as you probably can see. There's like a, what's it called in it, like a dent in it now. And I use this one every day with my collection concealer, and I've really been loving it. And I'll do a quick swatch view of them on the on here. Probably done this in a really rubbish place, as you can see there, sort of. So there are those, and I've really been enjoying that. So I will use mostly that one. Oh, sorry, the first one. But I can sort of get away with a few of the other ones as well, to a certain extent. And I just really love it. I think it's really great. It's kind of like a little bit thicker, but without, I don't think it makes my under eyes look cakey or anything. So I would definitely recommend that. I'm trying to think how much it was. I think it was like £7, I want to say. Now I will hop on over to brows. Sorry, just check I'm in focus. And this is the Makeup Revolution, just brow stick, I guess, in dark brown. So here's the thingy, the what's it called, spoolie thing. And then here's the actual product, as you can see. So the reason I thought I wanted to get this off the TheHannahTT website, two reasons. One, I thought it looked quite like the Anastasia Brow Wiz, which I wanted to try, but it's really expensive. Is it the Brow Wiz? I'm pretty sure it's the Brow Wiz. And also it was reduced and it was £2. I was like, well, bonus, gotta try it. And so I went for the dark brown because I'm usually the darkest brown in all the brow products, so I thought, oh, that's a pretty safe bet. However, when I got it, I realised it was pretty dark for me. It was too dark. Oh, my battery's flashing. I'm probably going to have to stop in a minute. But I thought I would try it today just to show what it looks like. I used some of this, realised it was very dark, so then I mixed it in with the NYX kit and my Real Techniques brush. My brows have kind of ended up a tiny bit darker than they usually would, but together they're mostly okay. The application isn't as great as I would usually like, but I do think like it has to do with the differences in application between the products. So you have the, I'll just say like a pencil and the kit. And I found when I had my Soap and Glory Archery pencil, at first I didn't like it because I couldn't get the application like, you know, that great. And I think it was because I was so used to the brush and this, that I was kind of like, oh, this is just too finicky. But then I got into using it a bit more. I was like, actually, I quite like it. And sometimes I would combine it with this and I was like, oh, cool. And I'm thinking maybe this is kind of the same for this. Maybe like my application would get a little bit better as I kind of get used to it. So I would like to try it in my right shade at some point. Hopefully I can get it on sale again, and then try it, and then I could give a better opinion then. But it kind of turned out okay. It's just like the front bit isn't the best. So maybe I would like use the kit for the front bit and maybe like use this for the second half. Maybe half. I'll do a quick swatch for you just so you can see. I really like the packaging of this also. I think it looks really sleek and nice. There we go. There it is. So as you can see, it is a little bit dark. I did try to go like with a bit of a light hand, and I think if I used my kit and went in with a lighter hand with this, it would work. So the first thing I have here is the Makeup Revolution Renaissance Glow, and I'll just say I absolutely love the packaging of this. It's like a little purse. I think it's really cute, really classy, really sleek, and it came in like a little pouch, which I thought was really cool. And I always open this up the wrong way. Oh, I did it right. Well, so you've got a mirror, and then you've got the Sculpt shade and then the highlight shade. It did say Sculpt and highlight in it, but it's kind of rubbed off. So I'll do a quick swatch for you. I did use this today. Right, you have to ignore the like brow swatch in the middle. As you can see, look how that highlight is very nice. So as you can see there, hopefully, Sculpt highlight. And right, I think with this, well, I'll start off with saying, like, I like that it goes on quite lightly because you can build it up, so it isn't just like a massive splodge on your cheek and then, you know, it's kind of, you can build it up. That's good. I don't think I am very good at contour, so I can't really say if it's like, I don't think I can say it's like this fault. It's the same with really any contour I do. I kind of either do too much and it's like a harsh line, or I like rub it away completely. But I think like the shade's looking good. You can kind of see where I did it around my forehead. That's looking fine. But when I do it here, I always just seem to like rub it away, or it's too harsh. So I think I do need to have a little bit more practice with it. And then the highlight is, as you can see, it's super beautiful. But I think it's a little bit too dark for me. What I did do today is I did my highlight, as you'll see in the clips, and then I whacked a little bit more of the highlight on top. And it was quite nice actually, as a layer. I hope you can kind of see. It's very, very slight, but I thought it was quite pretty, like just on top. But on its own, I think it's maybe a bit too dark for me. But I will give it another go at some point. It's been a long time since I've used this product, so I'd like to give it, well, the highlight anyway. So I would like to give it another go just to see, yeah, just have a look. Maybe play around with it, just layering with some other highlights. So we'll start with the ones I got in the mystery bag, which was a while ago. We've got the Makeup Revolution blush in Wow. Here's the blush stick in, I don't know what shade it is, but it's super pretty. And you'll see in the clip I did my blush, but then I laid a little bit of that on top. You can kind of see that, it's really pretty. I'll just show you, actually I'll show you in a minute. Oh, actually, where's the, and then also this one, Vivid Blush Lacquer in Oh Boy. And I got all these in the mystery bag. So I'll just show you what these look like. Oh, that's really soft. Wow, that blush is pigmented. That's like a, so that is that one, proper Barbie pink, really pigmented. Then a little bit of the blush lacquer, and this one blends out really, really nicely, as you can see. Again, really pigmented. And then we've got the blush stick, which I think is a really pretty like coral beachy shade. And then, oh, and I only did a little bit there, but there's the blush stick. I only did a little bit because it is quite pigmented. So they blend out really nicely. I have to admit, this one's more my sort of shade. I think these are a little bit too pinky for me. Like there, I don't really tend to wear those shades for blush as much anymore as I used to. But they are super pretty, and I would like to give them another go at some point. But yeah, they're really, really pretty. I especially really like that one. I haven't used that yet. The Blushing Heart blushes. So I'll start off with this one. This one is just called Blushing Hearts, I think. There it is. And what it looks like inside. Really, really pretty. And I'll just do a quick little swatch for you. I'll do that down here. I'll just do two, so it kind of, you can see a little bit better. So there, oh, there it is. I don't swatch the best. And then the other one I use as highlight because it's just really good for highlight. And that's the Blushing Hearts one in Peachy Pink Kisses. As you can see, it's quite faded because I use it like every day. Really, really pretty. And I'll do the same here. I'll do two swatches. There we go. There's that one there. And I do think the Peachy Pink Kisses one is very, very highlighted. It's very, it's not glittery. It's like, just, you know, that wham, like a highlight sort of thing. I could maybe use this as a highlighter, but it's a bit too dark for me. So I'd probably use this one more as a blush, because plus it's not quite as, you know. Then we'll go on to my blush kit, which is one of my faves. I absolutely love it. And it's the Makeup Revolution Ultra Blush Palette in Sugar and Spice. And I love this, it's so pigmented. Big mirror. And then in the middle, I've done the highlight shade. It's so dramatic. I love it, it's wicked. Just doing this quite quick because I know my recorder is about to run out. I hope you can see that there. In the middle, that really pale pink is the highlight. It's beautiful. How pigmented are they? I love it. And they do loads of different variations of this. This is just the one I chose. And it's brilliant. I put on some today, but I just kind of like brushed it out a bit just to tone it down a little. Couldn't recommend that one enough. It's just absolutely brilliant. And really, really pretty colours as well. So first we have the one that I use every day. on top of the Peachy Pink Kisses, and that is the Goddess of Love highlighter. Really, really pretty. Oh, so soft feeling. Look how that is, so nice. And I'll do, oh, I don't even need two swipes. Look at that. Boom. So pretty. Definitely worth it in my opinion. And then we'll go on to the Makeup Revolution Skin Kiss in Ice Kiss. As you can see, it's a huge pan. Really get your money's worth. And a huge mirror. And then there it is there. Do a quick swatch for you. There it is next to the Goddess of Love on the bottom. As you can see, it's a bit more, do I want to say like warm toned? A little bit more warm toned than the other one. And it doesn't really show on the arm, but on my skin it's kind of like a bit glittery. Not like crazy glittery, but like glittery enough that I'm kind of like, it kind of annoys me a little bit. And I put some on my Cupid's bow, and the glitter like ended up here, and it kind of like fell down a little bit. So yeah, that was kind of a shame. It is really pretty, and I don't regret buying it because I think it's really lovely. I especially really like the packaging as well. And it's not like I won't ever use it, it's just I have ones I prefer over this. Sorry everyone, it's quite a bit later now because my battery died and I had to let it charge up a bit. So the lighting has probably changed quite a lot, as probably has some of my makeup. Just a quick thing, I just had lunch and my lipstick is held up pretty good. I'll talk about it more in the other video, but it's this one, which is one of my favourites. Okay, I literally have one more thing to show you. And that is the Revolution Banana Luxury Powder. And this one I got because everyone was hyping it up. It was amazing. They were saying like, some people were comparing it to the banana powder, you know. So I thought, oh well, I'll try it, cool. It's too dark for my skin, unfortunately. Like I put it on and it's just, it doesn't go, unfortunately. And it's quite messy. I take it out and it kind of goes everywhere, which is kind of a shame. But I have seen Revolution announced their ghost powder, white powder, so maybe in the future I will give that a go and see how that one ends up. So the next video now is going to be the part 2. And again, that's going to be on my eyeshadow collection and my lip products collection from TheHannah Beauty. So I hope you enjoyed, guys. Please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you did. So I hope you have a lovely rest of your day and rest of your week, guys, and hopefully see you in part 2 for the next part. Bye guys.